I think the sooner Alicia's in play, the better. Alright, they eat both. We now have a weird first strike creature. And end step. Welcome back, I'm Dr. Ruckus, and today in top 300-400 Mythic, we are playing Rakdos Sacrifice with some new cards from Foundation, some upgrades, first and foremost in the form of Searslicer Goblin. This card's really good. I showed it off in my mono red deck a couple days ago. It's basically a one-man army. It's a cheaper squee that by itself can overwhelm the opponent just by attacking and at the end of every turn creating an additional 1/1 red goblin creature token. It's extra good in this deck because this deck really benefits from having little fodder around to sack different stuff. You can sack the tokens to your final Vengeance removal spell, exile any target creature, very powerful. You can sack it to your Disturbing Mirth to draw 2 cards, and then when you sack Disturbing Mirth, you get to Manifest Dread, and you can sack it to Braids to either force them to sacrifice a creature, or they lose 2 life and you draw a card. So, extremely synergistic. It was already alone, just as a standalone card in mono red. It was just a very solid attacker and defender with all the tokens it pumps out, and it's even better here with all of the sacrifice synergy. It does incentivize us to build the deck a little bit differently. Well, first off, Rakdos was one of the worst decks prior to Foundations. Just straight up, that's just what it is. It's better now. It's not like A tier or S tier, but it is better with the Goblin for sure. Some cards that had to get cut in order to make space for the Goblin essentially were the Hopeless Nightmare and the Torch the Tower. That's what I ended up cutting to make space. You're really incentivized to play a lot of 1-drop creatures because going any 1-drop into turn 2 Goblin, attack with a 1-drop, gets that first trigger, you create that first Goblin, and then you're off to the races. So it's pretty hard to drop these 1-drop creatures because you're just rewarded so heavily by slamming Goblin on 2 if you already have an attacker on 1. I was happy to get rid of these cards. I mean, Hopeless Nightmare, it's just tough. Like, the problem with this deck before was just, you just can't put on enough pressure compared to what everyone else is doing. And like, just the little two life nitpick here and there was never enough. So we're trying to go a little bit more aggressive with the Goblin strategy. The other new card we're trying out is Alicia, Who Laughs at Fate. Very sweet card. She's not amazing, but she's great at what she does. So she's a 3-mana 2/2 with first strike. Whenever she attacks, put a +1 counter on it. So you attack, the turn you attack, she becomes a 3/3. That's great. 3/3 first strike. That's pretty good. And also a very good blocker on the back. You slam her on 3, mono red attacks, like you might be able to first strike, pick something off there. She also has Raid at the beginning of your end step. If you attack this turn with any creature, not just Alicia herself, return target creature card with mana value less than or equal to Alicia's power from your graveyard to the battlefield. So that first turn, if you slam her and attack with anything else, you can get back a 1-powered creature or 2-powered creature, which includes the Goblin and all of your 1-drops. If it is the turn she's attacking, and she now is a 3/3, then you can get back any creature in the deck, basically, because all of your creatures have 3 power less. So, very cool card. If you're on the play, like, she's great. You slam your 1-drop, they don't do anything. You slam your Goblin, you attack, they pick off something. Turn 3, you slam Alicia, you attack, they kill something, you get it back. Like, it's very cool when you can pull it all together. I don't think there's necessarily a 4 of, because you have to shore up the weaknesses of the deck. And the weakness is that our 1-drops suck. They just suck. They do. If I could get 12 Clockwork Percussionists that whenever they die, you got to draw a card or exile a card, I think we could get this deck singing. But the reality is, like the Hex Mage, a lot of the times, it's a 1-mana 1/1 with no text. That's not very good. Yeah, if you can put the token on something else, you get some extra value. If you can sack the enchantment token, you know, then it's a 1-mana 3/2, you're doing something. But a lot of the time, like that's, in terms of top decking, it's a 1-mana 1/1, which sucks. The Freebooter is also basically a 1-mana 1/1, and the Scry 1 Created Treasure is not as good as just getting a card. So these are just terrible top decks. So you have to keep the deck flowing. I think for that reason, even though we're kind of being more aggressively slanted with the Goblin, I'm still priced into playing 4 Disturbing Mirths, because you just need that draw engine so badly to get to your next pieces, get to more of your sack fodder, get to your removal spells, whatever it is. And I think we're also priced into running 4 Braids for the same reason. It's effectively a draw engine in the deck. The other card I think you have to play is the Urbrass Forge and 4 of, because otherwise you just don't have an answer to control. You're not as fast as mono red, so you can't just beat them before they sweep the board. But you're not really control enough to like grind with them. So the Forge is really the only answer. If you can stick this down underneath a counterspell early in the game strategically and let it go to town, that is one, if not the only way to win those matchups. So I think it's important enough to guarantee the 4 of. And so the last 2 slots are basically going to Lord Skitter and Alicia. There's enough reanimation stuff, especially with all the Omniscience shenanigans. Like, you saw me yesterday reanimate Omniscience and Attracts a million times yesterday, and you will see more of that. Excuse me. People are going to be really excited about reanimating Omniscience for a while. So some graveyard hate is amazing, but Alicia, again, kind of doubles as a card draw engine because you get to bring cards back effectively. So I'm okay with the split there. There'll be some games you wish you had 4 Lord Skitters. You're like, well, it's Oculus or it's Reanimator. I wish I had 4 of these to at least hit the graveyard. And there'll be other games where the opponent has swept the board a million times. You're like, man, I just wish I had a little bit more card draw, some way to like keep the board state going because I ran out of gas. So we're splitting it up. You can't have it all, but you just got to do the best with what you got. You might see some games today with some other stuff I tried out. Firebrand, kind of cool. I could see that with Alicia, like bringing this back every turn and pinging the opponent or pinging off a creature could be very good, especially against mono red. You can pick off a lot of 1 toughness creatures that way. Vengeful Blood Witch is now in standard. A 2-mana 1/1. Whenever this creature or another creature you control dies, target opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. It's very cool. We don't have Meathook Massacre. You can definitely get some big board states. If there wasn't Sunfall, this could be a lot better. If there's only like 4 mana destroy all creature sweepers, this could be very good in this deck. Like you could get like, 4 Goblin tokens and some other random stuff out there, and they sweep the board and you ping them for 1 each time. That could be very good, but I think otherwise it's a little bit too slow. We don't have enough combo, at least in this particular deck. I might look at a Jund deck with this. Scoundrel, is okay. It's hasty and kind of does some things you want. Torch Tower is a very good removal spell, but the reality is that Go for the Throat and Final Vengeance, they hit Oculus stuff, and they hit 6/6 demons, and like that's a lot of what you have to deal with. I don't think I had space for this in the deck. Harvester is very cool. I want to try it out. I haven't found a home for it yet. It's a bit slow because you play it, it doesn't have haste. You have to wait till the next turn, and then that turn you have to get a creature die and then tap it and get the value, but that thing won't have haste either, and you can't get multiple, so I want to find a home for this, but it didn't seem like it was here. Midnight Reaper is in standard. 3 mana 3/2. Whenever a non-token creature you control dies, this creature deals 1 damage to you, and you draw a card. Excellent. Except that people aren't really trying to remove your creatures. Like mono red just kills you fast, and combo decks just go over the top and reanimate Atraxa. So I tried it out, but the reality is there's not a whole lot of like, nobody's trying to remove your little 1/1s, right? They just let them sit there, so it's not quite as good as it seems. Ball Lightning seemed very cool, potentially, because at the end of your end step, you sack it. So I was thinking about if we could get the ways to get this back, or like sack it to the Braids trigger, that could be very cool. And then Squee is something else you could get back cheaply with Alicia. And the Viper is like classically what goes in this deck, but this card's never impressed me because your opponent just discards a card, they don't lose any life, and then they pick off the 6/6, and I don't know. It's just never really done it for me. So this is what we're running today. Enjoy the gameplay. Let's dive right in. On the play, it's okay. We keep this. I've seen better, I've seen worse. We have a 1-drop to go, whoops, with the Hex Mage. That's okay. Couldn't have sequenced it differently. Could sack the enchantment to kill something. No. Alright, just red here then. What if they tap out for a 2-drop? We could Final Vengeance it away. And also play the Percussionist. Carrot Cake. Okay. There's a land, so we can Braids this turn. And sack the enchantment. And just get in with the Percussionist here. I think that's okay. Alright. Let's try this. Sack the enchantment. They don't have it. We get the draw no matter what. Can we win before Sunfall is the next question. Enduring Innocence. Maybe they won't Sunfall us. We could exile you pretty easily. Drop off the Percussionist. I think that's what we'll do here. And maybe the Goblin comes down too. Okay, so we Final Vengeance the Percussionist. Target you. Get you exiled. Alright, I don't know that we play that over the next Goblin. It is free. I mean, they're pretty similar, actually. Alright, let's do it. Jump there. And when you sacrifice it. Sacrificing an artifact is awkward because they just get to sack it for free. We could almost sack a land here. Or nothing? I mean, sacking the artifact's not very good. They just get another free rabbit and a scry. Sack a creature. Nah, they're all good. I think it's a decline. The best you can do is sack a land, which maybe could be okay. Just drop them to 8. Oh, baby. That's a card. Now what? More land. Let's Goblin time then. Get him for 3. Okay, trigger. Sack this creature, go down 2, draw a card. It's not that bad. Another carrot cake. We will probably zap that blocker out from underneath them. And then they make another one. Maybe we hit one more removal spell now. Alright, we zap you just because we can. But they do get life here. And then they eat the carrot cake. Yeah, if we attack with the Goblin. Okay, that's not so bad. Now we get a free Goblin attack. And we get a Braids. And I guess we'll play the untapped land in case we actually hit something relevant. Lose the fish. Drop to 1. Lord Skitter. Last card. Gain a life, make a rabbit. Before combat, I guess. Gusted again. I guess the life gain. Not that it matters too much. I don't know if we throw this Goblin away still. We get in for 1 extra point of damage. But we'll see if they can Sunfall. Or lock down again. It's not Sunfall. It's another carrot cake. 1 to the bottom again. Nice. Eat it now, which is interesting. Its alcohol button, it gets in for 3 damage here. It's still just 3 damage. We're close, but we're not there yet. I think it's attack all this time. And they get to eat the Goblin and drop to... Oh, actually, they still have a lot more life than I thought. Hold on. It's just these guys still. Block, block. Just down to 5. We're hitting a lot of land here. Like a Mirth would be really good. Just a little bit of draw gas. A lot of cards would be good. Alright, great. We still hit him for 3 here. Another freaking land. Alright. Fine. To 2. More land. Come on, baby. Don't let us lose like this. Don't Sunfall us. Scoop. I'll take the win. On the play, this is okay. We'll definitely keep it. I think we'll try to start with the freebooter here. We could sack it next turn, draw, get the treasure, and also play the percussionist if we really want to do all that. Alright, we're just looking for removal. Yeah, we can attack here first. We don't know what we'll draw into. We might not play the percussionist. We're happy to trade if they want. Timer comes out for opponent to think about that trade. Alright, I do think we're doing this. We kind of got to dig for removal pretty quickly against them. We will lose. Okay, those cards are interesting. I don't need you right now. And we can either percussionist try to hit land or freeboot. I guess to guarantee the treasure. That's fine. We could jump block this turn. Or better yet, if we do nothing, we could play Alicia and get back another blocker if we attack. We'll see how this turn goes. Oh, hold him back? Oh, baby. Okay, well that's pretty interesting. I mean, we could attack and play the Goblin. That's not bad here either. Let's see what they do. They're being super weird. I mean, they're stuck on land. So we gotta hit our removal spells fast and punish them for having a slow start. Okay, attack. I think you just get the Goblin going. We could also sack it, try to hit land, and the Goblin. Like, that is definitely possible here. Could be a bit better. And again, we're just trying to dig for removal for the most part. In response, they Shard Mage Rescue now, which is an interesting choice. Okay, we hit the land. That's nice. I don't think we need more of you right now. Like, we just want removal, like I said. Last fast land. If we get the Goblin, we do get a trigger here. So we have some chump blocks, assuming they don't go Trample or Flying or Menace. We still haven't hit any removal yet this game. There's Flying. We need removal right now. And if they go land white, that's scary. Down to 13. Okay, what's the fastest way to removal? We really don't have a good path, do we? We're going to die next turn. I mean, we need like Braids and the Percussionist to die, basically, which we could sack at the end of next turn. I think it's Braids this turn. Leave open as much mana as possible. To 13. Make a blocker, which doesn't block a flyer. Yeah, we can sack this Mirth, I think. See if they want to sack an enchantment. That'd be fine with me, actually. They definitely don't want to sack the creature. But if they sack an enchantment, that's fine. Great, we have removal. So the question is, I guess we could flip you if we really wanted to. The question is, do they hold open another Shardmage Rescue? We really don't have a choice. We have to assume they don't have it in hand. Or maybe they just win here with Double Strike Mouse. It's a lot of damage. It's not Double Strike yet. It's 9 in the air. Yeah, I guess they just have lethal probably. Feels like lethal. One more to go. Nope, that's not it actually. But if we kill it, we do lose. So... is there any way we'd have to chump block it repeatedly with a flyer, which we don't have, or we'd have to win this turn? I count 9 damage? 10? I think we just have him here. Okay, so we pick off the 1/1, yeah? And then we just play some hasty creatures. And that should do it. Pretty surprised we... Hold on. Is that okay? No, we can't do that. That gets us to 0. It's gotta be this. Take 1. Take 10. Okay. I mean, we could shove in more Torch the Tower. It's just, you need it against Mono Red, but then it's like not as good in the other matchups. It's tough to balance everything. On the play, man, it's kind of okay. I mean, third land is huge. Anything other than third land is probably okay, unless it's another 3-drop. It's not great, but it's not awful, I don't think. None of our 12 1-drops, though. Okay. So we're doing a little bit of nothing here. And we're hoping they play like a bat or something. But then we can get the Forge online, which isn't so bad. It is a bat. You can go immediately, thank you. Then we get the Forge down before they can bat anything else. Alright, there's the 1-drop, just a little bit late. But Forge online, double Braids, and Disturbing Mirth is not a bad place to be. Tap out for the Slasher. Ooh, double Forge, interesting. We kind of need some removal spells here. I think Freebooter likely dies immediately. Let's see if they want to block. I wonder if that would change anything we did here. I guess we won't attack, is what we'll do. No attacks. Let's sack this creature. See if we can hit a removal spell. No, more lands, okay. We potentially have a blocker, although I wouldn't be surprised if it gets immediately removed and then figure out what to do. We did not draw into any of our 8 removal spells. So we're very slowly figuring this out. If we sack Disturbing Mirth, we get a manifest creature if Braids lives. That's another way to generate a blocker. Okay, opponent hits us for 11 here. We get the token. I don't need more Forge right now. I need some answers to line up. Or some blockers. We're definitely in this game, though. See if they kill Braids immediately. That would be sad. Guess we can move to attacks here. That's fine. We have another creature anyway. We could play backup Braids. It's pretty good. We could sack the Mirth. And get the manifest, so we have a blocker. That's pretty good. Okay. They need 2 removal spells to get through now. And they are down to 14. We have Final Vengeance, which is really nice. 1 removal spell. Let's see if they have the second one. But it looks like they're almost out of cards. We have the answer. Drop to 3 against Mono Black. It's not amazing. We don't really have an answer to the Chalice. They don't have a demon yet either. It slows them down, and we're doing okay otherwise. We can go next Forge. I think we'll actually take this block. I think going to 3 is a little bit too scary. And we're the one with the Forge for now. And we could have double Forge. Let's see if they play like a 6/6 demon. We might have to kill that immediately. It's the Annex, yeah. It's a tough card. So they dropped 12. We give them the next Forge here. We don't have to answer anything with Final Vengeance yet. Swing for a 5. And if they have a demon, they will get some life, but we can answer it. And try to get in there for lethal. It's close. Alright, here's the demon. They have 1 mana open. We Final Vengeance here. Target you. Drop you. Hopefully something juicy on top. We're gonna hit him for 7. We're gonna hit him for 8 this turn. I don't know how exciting that is. It's a little bit of pressure, but maybe we can do better. 2 combat. They drop to 1. They need another demon this turn. Hold the land in case they try to bat us again. It's close. It's very close. Slasher comes online next turn. Good game. I think that means we got them, right? Does that mean they got us? No? Okay. Yeah, we could keep that, I guess. I don't know. Maybe they... No, that's game. Okay. Nice one. On the draw, it's okay. It's really not that bad at all. Mono black. Duress. There goes the Forge. Too bad, that would have been great against them. That's okay. We persevere anyway. We have too much land versus mono black, though. At least the Percussionist, if it doesn't get exiled, gives us a little bit of value. Attempt to hit for 1. Exiled. Jesus. Okay. Great. Cool. 5 lands in hand out of our 20 in the deck. That ain't really it. Just needs to be much more explosive. But maybe this is how playing mono red feels too. Like they just have mono removal for the most part. And they're burning a lot of removal spells here. If we top deck any of you know, our more resilient creatures, like it could be okay. But if they turn 4/6/6 demon, that does hurt. I guess they won't do that until they go for the throat. Nope, that's not helpful either. It's a card. But I would be surprised if they don't have immediate removal for it. Unless they burn it here, which would be huge. Like another Anoint with Affliction would be big. Cut down. That's actually okay. Ideally not a land. Thanks, deck. We can sack a land here, actually. You can go. See if they want to sack one too. They're probably okay with it, I think. They actually don't. They give us a draw. That's huge. I mean, we need cards desperately. Make a fish. Alright. Down 1 life. Alright. Braid's down 2. Alicia can get back a Hex Mage if we can attack. Forge is really good. I think we slam that. Forge is the way. Get something down, they can't really interact with that easily. We have Go for the Throat for the demons. We have Final Vengeance for the demons. We could get out of this. And it turns on Alicia too, if Alicia survives. If they tap out for a demon, we could Alicia, attack, Go for the Throat all in the same turn. Which would be really quite good, get back something. Sack the fish, draw up. Bat. Take, Go for the Throat, but not Final Vengeance. So we can definitely get through it this turn by sacking the Forge critter. Unless they double bat and take the Vengeance too. I'm feeling like a double bat's coming. It's just an annex. Alright, I still think we're in the game. They drop to 11. So we attack here. We play you. We play you. And we sack you. Just to get back the... Go through, I think? I don't think we sacked the freebooter. I think we'll keep whatever little pressure that adds. We attack this turn, so we trigger Alicia. We get back... Honestly, the Clockwork's not bad. We have the removal spell, though. I guess it's Hexmage. Just put the 1/1 here. Opponent down to 9. We have Go for the Throat for the Demon, so they know that's not a great option. Alright, you're dead. 4 mana open. Presenting a decent chunk of damage per turn. If they don't have a demon, the Annex does drain them down to 7. Alright, not so bad. Can probably attack here first. Sack a creature token of their choice. I think they messed up here. Oops. That was a big oops. Sorry, dude. Nope. We take the win off of that. I think we're going to win that anyway. That wasn't oops and I feel bad. I don't know if they picked the wrong mode or they were trying to wait for the token to arrive first, but that wasn't oops. On the draw. It's okay. We can keep this. It's blue. Oh, baby. Stormcharger's Talent. How do we stand to that? Well, we want a creature, and ideally we attack with it next turn. I guess it's just the freebooter here to start. Let's see. Maybe we cast a non-creature spell. Whenever it's each opponent. Okay, that's not as bad as the alternative. So we want to attack here, basically? Or we could just go for the throat this thing. Attack, play the Goblin, and then use the treasure to, like, play the Hexmage? Is that any good? They might not block this thing. Alright, let's see if they block. They might not block, which is good for us. Either way is fine, honestly. Alright, they eat it. So we just go the Searslicer this turn. Next turn we can basically attack with everything, and then slam Alicia after combat, and get back the Goblin if they kill it, which isn't that bad. Okay, it's a lot of damage to the face. Ping ping. Trading isn't so bad. We just don't really have great attacks on the crackback. Honestly, trading with the prowess ones is maybe better than anything else. Alright, maybe it's just this for now. Guarantees we have something to get back with the Alicia this turn. I think the sooner Alicia's in play, the better. Alright, they eat both. We now have a weird first strike creature. And end step, we get back the Goblin. We don't get the Goblin trigger, though, because the beginning of the end step already happened. Let's see if they zap Alicia. Draw 2. We drop really low here. If they don't hit land, that's fine with me. Well, we do have first strike, so it's probably you. And I think we'll trade off here as well. Take 4. To 9. Tap land. To 8. Okay, this is not that bad a place to be. We can kill a lot of their stuff. I guess we can attack here first. We'll get back, what, the Goblin on end step? And, like, kill one of their things. Just pick off something. Sack you. Treasure and Scry. I don't think we need that. I think we'll hold Go for the Throat. I don't think they'll have counters. So we can just play the Hexmage here, basically. Put the counter here. Hold open, Go for the Throat, I think. Get back the Goblin. Interesting. Bounce the Goblin, get prowess. Okay, that's fine. Bounce you, get prowess again. Okay, that's also fine. Opponent trying to cheek out a lethal here. I don't know what they're doing. We will zap it. Oh, they got something there. Lightning Strike face, are you kidding me? Nah, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. Keep Alicia. Alright, good game. on the draw. It's okay, we have removal. That's an okay card too. I guess we could go Hexmage to start. And then try to Scoundrel after that. We might just use a Scoundrel to hit land for the Forge though. Blast Zone, that's interesting. Each non-land permanent, wow, full control. It would take a long time for them to charge up to, well, we have the land now. So I guess we're just going aggro here. Let's just go Wicked Roll. We could also draw a discard to go for the Throats. But I think some pressure here is okay. Hit him for 5. Scry 1 to the bottom. We'll see where this Blast Zone goes. I mean, we could play the Forge before combat, but we kind of don't want to, honestly. If they have a counterspell, we really want the Forge to resolve. So we're actually going to attack here first and see if we can bait out anything. Great. That's fine. We get to resolve the Forge now, underneath a counterspell, which is big against them. Okay. Take 1. Forge. Scry. Yeah, go look for that artifact removal in Dimir. I don't know where you're going to find that. Maybe they just dig for the win con now. That's a hasty creature. We'll try that out. Attempt to hit him for 3. To 10. Play another creature. These go for throats just sitting in hand here. Alright, we keep going. Just trying to put on some pressure. They do get to gain a whole bunch of life with the Maze Mind Tome. And then we'll see if they just do like their 6-mana demon win con, if that's what they're doing here. Draw a card. Gain 4 life. That's pretty big. Deadly Cover-Up. Okay. Destroy all creatures. It's not the end of the world. Hopefully we get a good scry. Yeah, that's pretty good. I think we'll leave that on top. It's only have 1 mana open too, so we at least get a little bit of value off of it. Okay, hit for 3. Looks like they have like a cut down or disfigure, yeah, okay. Still, we can sack the treasure here. Or land, probably a artifact treasure. Down to 7. It's not an awful place to be. I mean, they didn't have their win con last turn. Go for the throat there, sure. It's interesting how these removal spells just sit in the hand versus the wrong matchup. First mono red, it's great. We'll attempt to sack the creature, I guess. Okay, down to 3, not bad. Countered. Draw 2, discard, okay. Still, they're under lethal pressure, so they do need a response here. Go for the throat, doing nothing. That's a card. We attempt to attack still. They have to have an answer. Draw 2 cards, discard. They need an answer here. Let's see. In the tomb. Exile some cards, gain some life. Okay. Scoop. Alright. Weird game, but we managed to get there. On the play, it's not ideal, but it's not terrible. Alright, let's hope we can find some time to deal with that. And hope they tap out as well. No attacks at all. I guess we could get the Forge going. Just have a sack outlet. I don't know if they'll block, though. They might block. Alright, just you. We get a 1/1. It's not so bad. Let's see how big this next turn is. I guess they pumped the challenger out. It was a lot of mana. See if they leave open stuff for the... Oh, baby. Alright, well, they are tapped out. Let's see how bad it is. It's going to be a big boy. Rescue. Alright, that's not the end of the world. We'll kill it next turn with Final Vengeance. And then we'll do our best. You can also just be jump block. No, you have trample. Alright, no blocks. 6 to the face, no big deal. It's a very casual 6, I'd say. I think we're just killing the challenger here. I think that's the only thing we can do. We definitely want to attack. I think we can attack with both. You pick off this one. I mean, either way, one of them's going to die. Because we're going to sack the other one to Final Vengeance anyway. So, you get sacked. Let's target you. Sack you. Play the next Goblin. Double up on blockers. Okay, not so bad. It's a flyer. A 4/3 flyer. Let's hope they use that white without killing us. They at least use the white. Let's see how much damage that is. It's 8. Does Rage do it? 12? 13? Is it 1 short? It is 1 short. We drop to 1. That's not that bad. I've seen worse. So we could attack with the Percussionist and sack it. Just get that little extra value. I think it's basically everyone here. I mean, it definitely is because, I think we do want the extra value. See if we can hit like land or something. Interesting. Not helpful right now. Trigger, trigger. Alright. Let's see if they have hasty creature plus trample or menace or flying. They scoop. Whew, okay. On the draw, we can keep this, so removal would be nice. Oh, baby. Something feels good about that start. It just feels so classic. Forest, Llanowar Elves. I had like a visceral reaction to that. I kind of like it. I guess we can go Percussionist first. And then double Hex Mage on it or something. We'll attack. I mean, I don't think they're going to block. If they do, we're fine. Yeah, I don't want to block that. We'll go double Hex Mage next turn into Alicia. Ah. Let's see if they take the Bat or the Forge. They can ramp right into a 6/6 Demon here, which is scary. They take the Forge, which is interesting. Might as well hit us for 1. Double Alicia. Alright, here comes Hex Mage. Put it here. Put her here. Swing for 1. We have nothing to use with Alicia yet. Bat. Take another Alicia. Okay. So if they don't kill our creatures, Alicia doesn't do a whole lot. Triple Bat. Take all of our cards. Interesting. Swing for 1. Must feel nice. That's a really good card. Attack here first, then sack the Percussionist. I dig it. Also gives us something to Alicia back if we ever get there. Alright, you can go. Alright, well, it's just you this turn. Braids is good. I mean, these are good cards. Opponent hasn't gone crazy either. Duress, we have no non-creatures. Everyone going to the face here. Okay. Land. We'll play Braids. I mean, whatever. I guess I don't show that first. Hit him for 6. It's not too bad. Do the Braids thing. Sack the Mirth, I think. Go get the Manifest. Okay. Doesn't matter what we pick here. What happens if you flip this? Choose a creature card you can try to face up. Alright. Liliana, Dreadhorde General. Oh no. Oh, they plus. Can we get him from here somehow? -4, each player sacrifices 2 creatures of their choice. Yeah, they're thinking about that attack. So Final Vengeance. Huh. Well, that's interesting. Looks like we have lethal here. We just play any creature and stack it to Final Vengeance. Put it on itself. Final Vengeance. Target their only blocker, because they just decided not to leave back any blockers. And go face. Okay. That was a game. On the play. It's okay. We could keep this. We don't have red yet, so it's Hexmage on 1. That's not awful. Turn 2 could sack the enchantment token and play the percussionist, pick off creature. Alright. Dead immediately, sure. Some red. Getting for 1. Okay, well, that's a little bit awkward. Probably don't even kill this thing. I don't think we'll be able to resolve this. Do nothing. They have removal, but it's not worth it on the percussionist. Duress. Alright. Probably take the Mirth here. Draw engine down. We just have removal now. Okay, it's another percussionist. Exiled, sure. They know we have removal, so they can't really slam a demon too effectively. Don't really have any pressure to either. Okay, we take the block. We get a card here. Let's hope it's not a land. That is a good draw. We are officially on the board. Could play before combat. They would know our entire hand. They'd probably kill this thing in response. They can make a fish and block the Goblin, which I don't really like. I think we can probably attack with everything but the Goblin here first. The Searslicer. Okay, Vengeful Bloodwitch down. We'll see how this card does. It's feeling very slow right now. Opponent has not done anything all game. And we'll see if they have Gix's command in this deck. They very well might not. Again, I think everyone but the Goblin can get in there. They scoop. Wow. I don't know about that. I think we need to rethink the deck a little bit. That was just too much do nothing forever. On the play, we definitely keep this. Alright, freebooter it is. It's red. We have removal on 1. Feeling good about this. Do we risk it? Do we risk it just to get the Goblin in there? It's so good, right? It's so good. I hope it's not Boros, but they haven't shown us what yet. We're getting in there. We're doing the Goblin thing. On the play. Let's go. Let's go. We got time. We got Go for the Throat. It's gonna be fine. We could do Go for the Throat and Torch next turn. It is white. Okay. This is not the end of the world. We would need to bargain. No, we don't. It's only got 2 toughness. No blocks this turn because we're gonna get it all back this coming turn anyway. We have the land. We just torch underneath, I think. I think it's the most sensible thing to do. Bargain is what? It's an artifact, enchantment, or token. We don't need to bargain though, unless you really want the scry. Auto pay. Alright, get in there. Back down to 20 you go. Then we get braids going, start sacking tokens. I'm feeling it. We got him. Let's see what else they have here. Could have another shelter. No, don't see a whole lot going on. Alright, looks like we're kind of attacking all here. We could even hold the Goblin back. Could just be you guys. I don't think they really want to block for the most part. Maybe it's like this. Let's throw away some stuff. That's it? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? That's it? What are we paying you for? Okay. We can play the Braids. We could sack the Freebooter, I guess. Go get a treasure and scry. Maybe they lightning strike. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing here. Reload. Yeah, I think we'll just drop this guy off. Seems good to me. Down to 16, draw a card, scoop. That was weird. I don't know what their hand was, but wasn't doing a whole lot. On the play, that is a non-hand right there. We have to mulligan this. Yeah, we really want those one-drop creatures. I guess you put back Final Vengeance here. And just try to curve out with goblins. Fast land. It's blue. Okay. Here comes our 2-drop. No attacks this turn. Spectral Sailor. Okay. Flash. Nice. Let's see if it's Dimir. Could be mono blue. Mono blue bounce stuff. I don't really know what else. How big is that Merfolk? It's like a... Is it 2 mana 1/1? Brineborn Cutthroat? And then it gets better every time you flash something in? I mean, I think it's Go for the Throat Percussionist here. Or we could just squee and save Go for the Throat for something bigger. I think that's also reasonable. They could bounce it before combat, but what are you going to do? Let's try squee. Just you. I don't want to lose the 2/1. Okay, opt away. One top. Yeah, I'm excited to play this card. Cool. Raid up. Another Goblin token. Try to course, but they're not going to attack. So they have to discard one. Now they attack. Sus. Very sus. I guess they don't want to block for some reason. That's cool. I mean, I guess we can attack here first and play like a Reaper after the fact. I think we're going to bounce someone here. Not sure. Shore up. Aha. Untap. Okay. In that case, we just zap it. That's fine. We'll play the Percussionist after combat. Going super wide here. This will be a cool deck to have like a Meat Hook Massacre in. Like, I do think we can go pretty wide with it, which is interesting. Alright, thank you for staying to the end. If you enjoyed today's video, please drop a like, a comment, a subscribe. Have a great day, and I will see you in the next one.